Vanakkam and welcome to Sound the Talks. In today's video, we are going to summarize the book The Richest Man in Babylon written by George S. Clason. This book speaks about planning your finance, dealing with your finance, and also the secrets of money from the ancient civilization of Babylon. Are you ready to become the richest person? Let's jump in. The first thing that I loved about this book is the 3 laws of money. So the first law is nothing but live on less than what you earn. For example, if you earn like 60,000, have a lifestyle below 60,000 and do not spend extravagantly on other things. The second law is seek advice from people who are competent and experienced. If you have a lot of friend circle, don't go ask advice to someone who has no experience with handling money. Instead, ask advice to someone who is really good in investments, stock markets and handling money. The third law is nothing but make money work for you. In order to make money work for you, there are 7 rules. Let's look into them one by one. The first rule of money is income is equal to your wealth. So whatever regular income that you get every month is going to make sure you are going to become a wealthy person in the long run. For example, if you earn 1 lakh rupees per month, make sure that you are saving 10% of your income, which is equal to 10,000 per month. This is at least, so you can go ahead and save even 20-30%, but 10% is a minimum amount of income that you should save every month. The rule 2 speaks about control your expenditure. Budget, budget, budget. I used to make this mistake when I started to earn. I started to spend extravagantly on clothes, on things that I never wanted. I never had a budget. So if I go out to some place, I randomly buy some things that I really don't want, like cosmetic items, like dresses, which I never wanted to spend. At the end of the month, if I look into my bank balance, it was extremely low. So budget and then only spend. Don't go without an idea to the supermarket. Don't go without any idea to shopping. If you don't have a budget in hand, if you go without any idea of what to buy, then you'll buy something lot more and extra than you ever need in your life. So always budget, budget, budget. When I was young, my mother used to have the small diary where she used to write even if she spends 10 rupees, 5 rupees, because even the smallest amount matters at the end of the month. So budget, budget and budget. Rule number 3 is make money multiply. Passive income is what is going to make you a wealthy person in the long run. So in order to get passive income, do something like me on YouTube, or you can actually go and invest in stock markets or mutual funds, which will give you a good return. So invest and take very wise investment decisions. Rule number 4, to guard money. So there are a lot of points. Let me tell them one by one. Make small investments. Whenever you're investing in something, don't go for a very large amount and invest in a single stock or invest in a single mutual fund. Instead, start with small amounts. See how it is working for you. If it is working good, you get profit. If it's working bad, you get loss, but then the loss will be minimum. The second point is study carefully before investing. So study the SWOT analysis of that particular stock, study about what is the future trends that we are actually going to see. Also study the CAGR, study the financial report of that company before actually investing in that company. So take wise decisions. The third point is don't give money to someone who cannot repay you. So we usually give money to our friends, but then they will not be able to repay it after some time. So without any guarantee or legal document, do not lend money to anyone who you think will not repay you. So this is not like a trust factor and all. I don't want to talk about it, but then do not give money or do not lend money to someone who cannot repay you. The fourth point is we all have this desire to make money soon, right? So because of this desire, we make some foolish financial decisions and go and fall as a trap to these kinds of soon return schemes or things like that. So because just of the desire, don't take any kind of foolish financial decisions. The fifth point is consult who has done this already. So for example, somebody in your family is already investing in mutual funds, in the SIP investment in mutual funds, or if they are already investing in certain stocks, consult them why they have actually invested in that particular stock, gain knowledge from that person, and if you think that this is legit, only then go and invest. The sixth point is invest in certain things which is very safe and it's easily accessible. So safe in the sense, it's not like fully loss, you will get at least the money that you have invested, that will be a return for you. So invest in something that is of very, safe It's not like a very high risk fund, just something which is very safe and it's easily accessible. So whenever you want this money in case of an emergency, make sure that your investment is easily accessible, which means you can sell it out and get your money so that you can use it for the emergency. So these are all the points that is contained within the fourth rule. The fifth rule is make a profitable purchase. So we have these two types of purchases, right? Assets and liabilities. Make sure that some amount of your money you're putting into assets, not into liabilities. For example, I will say gold is an asset and purchasing a car or something is actually a liability. Why is it so? Is if you want to resell the car, the amount that you have initially brought the car and the amount that you're actually reselling the car is going to be quite low than what you initially bought. Asset is gold because after some years, gold's money is still going to increase. So gold will be a very good asset. And for car also, you have to make sure you're doing the maintenance. You have to make sure you're putting the fuel, and there are other extra. It's not like just 10 lakhs you buy a car. It's like other extra items and other costs you have to put inside the car in order to maintain it for a few more years. But then on the other hand, if you just buy gold, you can actually keep it in a locker and the amount that you spend on keeping this safe is going to be less. So you have to always invest in assets. Some people might think car is an asset, some might think house is an asset. So it depends on you. You take your wise decision. The rule number 6 is ensure for a future income. Due to old age or due to some unfortunate incident happening, we should always make sure that our family and people who are dependent on us are protected. So always take an insurance. Rule number 7 is increase your ability to earn by learning. Learning can be of two types. The first one is learning something that you really love, something you think is your passion, and making sure you're getting better at it. Once you get better at it, you can start earning from it. The second type of learning is learning about money. So learning about how to make investments, learning about how can you select particular stocks, learning about different ways you can actually invest and get money. So that is another type of learning that you do for money. So always learn. Once you learn, once you understand things and start implementing them, wealth is going to be with you. The next chapter of this book speaks about the goddess of good luck. Goddess of good luck is nothing but they are saying you have to be lucky to make money and all. It's nothing like that. This chapter speaks that good luck is equal to working hard. When you actually work hard for something so much in your life and the opportunity also comes and aligns with it, you can make lots of money. So don't think like my good time is going to come sometime next month, so let me not work this month. Work day 1, day 2, day 3. Till 364 days you might not get it, but 365th day can be your day. So working hard is actually equal to good luck. Thank you so much for watching Sound the Talks. I hope you enjoyed and got a lot of information about how we can do better financial investments, how we can manage our finance, etc. I hope you love this book review. If you want to buy the book yourself, I have given a link in the description. So Amazon's Great Indian Sale is going on, so do buy it from the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and we will meet in an amazing video next week. Bye!